Hello guys, how are you doing? I haven't made a video on this channel for quite a while, but I'm gonna make one right now. I wouldn't expect too many videos on this channel because right now I'm completely hooked on flight simulators and other stuff. I'm not at the moment in the mood to play any games like Mortal Online. I even pre-ordered Darkfall Unholy Wars, and I have hardly played it. It's like, since I got into flight sims and all that, just really don't have the feeling that I want to play those other games. It might just be that I'm getting a bit older, or maybe it's just I need a rest from those kind of games. But anyway, so I wouldn't expect too many videos on this channel. I also apologise that this video is like a square. Unfortunately, I'm using a Microsoft Live Cam, and I was trying to get something called Face Track Noir working with this Microsoft HD 3000 webcam, and someone said, well, right now it's not working, and someone said that one way of getting it to work with that is by uninstalling the Logitech webcam software, because they say that that software will take ownership of the webcam and it won't allow this face track noir to actually work properly. So I uninstalled the Microsoft Live Cam software, and it kind of annoys me, but they really do, like, after you uninstall it, it seems like for some reason it kind of downgrades the quality of the webcam, so you can only have a square. It kind of affects the HD kind of resolution. Usually you can have a nice HD widescreen kind of resolution, but as soon as you uninstall the software, I can't work out how to get that back again. Like, surely there should just be a driver that you can install where you have all of the features, but you don't have their Microsoft software and all that webcam software. If anybody knows how to do that, please can let me know. I've not really looked into it a lot, to be honest, but yeah, but that's why the video is like a square now, so sorry about that. Anyway, on to this video. I did a review on a Sensonic gaming keyboard and a gaming mouse about 5 or 6 months ago. I will put a link down in the description if you haven't seen those videos before. And I wanted to just quickly update you guys as to how I felt about that, and then do an unboxing of something else that I got today. Now, the reason I started looking into this brand is called Sensonic, so Sensonic, I believe. And the reason I started looking into them is because I was trying to look for something that was relatively cheap, like a gaming keyboard and mouse that was relatively cheap, that was engineered for gaming and looked kind of cool, but that wasn't crazily expensive. I've owned those crazily expensive Razer keyboards and expensive Microsoft keyboards. I had a Microsoft Habu and a few other things in the past, and to be honest, I don't see the point in me owning those things, because I never use all of the features on those things, so I don't really need that. So I'm just kind of looking for something that's not that expensive, that looks kind of cool and is engineered for gaming, which basically means that it's tough, because when you're playing a game and you get annoyed and you like smash your mouse down, or you hit the keyboard over your head a few times. Only joking, but yeah. That's the kind of situation where you need something quite strong. And also, like I said, I would like it to look kind of cool, like a gaming thing, because then it will fit in with my gaming system. Anyway, so that's why I bought these items. I found this brand in my local computer store, and it looked quite cool, like the box and all of the branding of their products, certainly of the gaming products. It looked quite nice. It looked like it was like gaming stuff but on a budget. But after using this stuff for 5 or 6 months, I started having issues. Well, actually, I had issues with the mouse quite quickly. Now, unfortunately, the feeling of of the actual mouse is good, and it on the whole works pretty well, and it feels pretty good. But the big problem with that mouse is it doesn't have a driver. I was looking all over the internet, I looked on their website and I couldn't find a driver, so then all that happens is Windows will install like a generic driver, which means that the mouse, all of the functions on the mouse, they don't work all of the time. I don't think the DPI button was changing anything, and then sometimes there were a couple of buttons on the side of the mouse. They would work sometimes and then they wouldn't work in other games. It was very inconsistent. The actual movement of the mouse and everything and the feeling of the mouse, I think, was pretty good for the price. It was well ergonomically designed, blah blah blah, right? However, like I said, that was a big issue because it would have been nice to actually have a driver. Like how, surely if they really want to make gaming stuff, they need to have a driver so that it interfaces 100% with Windows. So yeah, that was a big issue with it. So what would happen, maybe if I turned on my computer maybe 10 times, maybe one out of those 10 times, the mouse is not actually recognized, it doesn't work. So then you have to unplug it, plug it in again, and then it will reinstall the generic driver and it will work again. So that was really annoying. The keyboard was fine actually. I would say the keyboard was a lot better than the mouse, but again, near the end of its life, it also started to not be recognized by Windows, and again, it didn't have a driver. It was, it was just a keyboard. I mean, it felt pretty good. It had, it looked pretty cool. It had like a gaming feel to it, and it was pretty good quality. The two little strut things on the back of the keyboard that make it stand up, they broke quite easily. So for the price, it was not bad, but the driver issues really made it not worth it for me in the end. So I broke, that keyboard and that mouse broke about 2 weeks ago. Since then I've been using some crappy, like this crappy wireless mouse that I actually bought for my girlfriend ages ago, and a crappy wireless keyboard that goes with it that cost me like no money. Look, that's really crappy and generic, and it certainly is not very good for gaming. It is wireless because we bought it eventually. We bought it originally for us to use in the living room with our PC in the living room. However, it was not very good. But anyway, so that is the mouse and keyboard that I've been using for a few weeks, and it kind of sucks. I'm really into playing flight sims, so I don't really need a good keyboard and mouse, but I know that I will be playing some other games which will need it a bit more. So I thought I need to invest in a new gaming keyboard and mouse. I went down to my local computer centre earlier today. I was kind of looking for a similar thing, something that was kind of gaming engineered, but was not that expensive. So I bought this. Now, I'm not really looking for the optimum gaming stuff. I saw this, the price is not bad. It was 190 Hong Kong dollars, which I believe is 25 US dollars. So I thought it was a good price point. In fact, the price I paid for this is almost exactly the same as what I paid for those other gaming keyboard and mouse things I bought before, the Sensonic one. So it'd be interesting to see how this compares, because this is obviously from a well-known brand. So it's going to be interesting. So I'll hopefully use this one for a few months, or 5 or 6 months, and then I'll hopefully be able to do another video on this to show you guys, or to explain what this is like. Yeah, so let's do a kind of unboxing. I'm using a webcam, so the quality is not even great. Oh, well, let's have a look on the back. I mean, it just explains. I mean, you can't even see that. It just explains the basic stuff. I mean, really, essentially, this is like a gaming keyboard with all of the bells and whistles taken off. So the keyboard itself is exactly the same as a regular keyboard, but hopefully just stronger, with the keys a bit nicer and stuff like that. And again, the mouse is really basic, but hopefully it's engineered for gaming. This is exactly what I'm looking for. I don't need all the bells and whistles. I never use them, and I didn't see there's plastic on here, so give me a second. I might have to use my keys actually. Don't you just love it when they put this stuff on here? Give me a second, bear with me guys. And I haven't burped yet, by the way, just to let you know. I usually burp in every video, but so far no burping. Wow, this stuff is thick. Okay, let's use another key. Wow! Come on. Wow. Professional YouTube videos, courtesy of AsiaBoy 2008. So let's see if we can kind of unbox this. I mean, it's not exciting. Whoa, is there more stuff? Yeah, there's more on the side. Logitech, I love you for having all this plastic stuff. Not. Here we go. We'll get in there eventually, sometime in the year 2013, hopefully. Wow. Wow. Gee. Come on. There you go. You know you want to. Put the keys away. Okay, so let's see if we can open this up. Again, I mean, you can imagine it's not that exciting. It's just a keyboard and mouse in a box. Because this is obviously quite a basic thing here, so you don't need many bells or whistles in the packaging. So let's take out the keyboard first. This is the keyboard. Let's see, wrapped in plastic. Let's take this out. Okay, so the keyboard itself, it looks pretty cool. The buttons feel pretty okay. They feel like they've got quite a good spring to them. You know? They feel okay actually. I mean, if you feel this crappy keyboard, yeah, there's a big difference. So I would say, so far, the keys feel pretty nice. I like the look of it. They say that the gaming keys are highlighted, but they're like hardly highlighted at all. It's like a slightly different shade of grey on the gaming keys, you know? It's really not highlighted at all, really, is it? But I do like the very simple black styling. You know, it is just essentially a regular keyboard, and it's just slightly stronger with slightly nicer keys, and that's it, really. I mean, it doesn't have a braided thing here. Ooh, what's this? Oh, so it has an adapter for an old style connector. That's funny. Yeah, but it doesn't have a braided wire or anything. But hey, you know, I'm not really such a big believer in really needing the really expensive stuff. I mean, I don't use any of the features and those expensive keyboards and all that. A lot of people swear by them, but you know, I just have this feeling it's like any hobby. When anyone gets into hobbies, they always like to buy the best, the most expensive. But personally, I'm not always sure that that actually makes any difference. Like I'm not very good at like Twitch kind of gaming anyway. That when it comes to FPS games or anything like that, where this kind of stuff is really important, apparently, I'm not very good at those anyway. I don't think it really matters what kind of mouse or keyboard I use. I can remember way back when I first started playing Counter-Strike, the first one, way back, I think it was like 94, no, not 94, 94? No, surely it was after then actually. I think it was like maybe 2000, 99, 2000. Anyway, so way back then, I used to play quite a lot of CS when I was a bit younger, and I used to play it a lot. And I can remember way back then, I did not buy a gaming mouse, I did not buy gaming keyboards, I used just regular mice, regular keyboards. And I used to enjoy, you know, all of that. I never had any issues. So yeah, I have this feeling that the whole gaming keyboard and gaming mouse thing is a little overhyped, you know. I mean, sure, if you're a very hardcore kind of player that wants that tiny edge over other people, but really I'm not that kind of player. Anyway, those of you who like to watch my YouTube channel you'll already be aware that I like to ramble quite a lot, so sorry about that. There is a very basic instruction thing here, but let's face it, if you need an instruction for a keyboard and a mouse, you have a problem. You need to go see a doctor. Oh, and I forgot to mention, they do have a wrist guard. Wrist guard? No, wrist rest. It's not a guard. It's not guarding against your wrist. It's actually helping your wrist. But first impressions actually feels very plasticky, but you'd kind of expect that for the price I paid for this. I used to have a Microsoft keyboard before, which was an expensive one, and it also had a wrist rest, but of course, because that was an expensive keyboard, it was much nicer feeling in that it was like material, like a fake leather material. I don't think it was anything like real leather, obviously, but yeah, obviously because this is a cheaper keyboard, so this is going to feel cheaper, you know. But to be honest, I have a feeling it being plasticky, when you have your hand on that, is it really going to make a difference? Probably not, but we'll see. But yeah, that looks pretty nice, doesn't it? Pretty kind of gaming style. Okay, let's look at the mouse. Again, wrapped in plastic, and again, probably not that exciting, because it is just literally a mouse. It just looks like they've taken like a regular mouse and they've just kind of redesigned it slightly for it to be a gaming mouse. In fact, I wonder if they've actually engineered it to be a gaming mouse, really, or if they've just taken one of their other non-gaming ones and, you know, changed some of the things on here. But anyway, for me, it's more about how it feels when I plug it in. So I'm, you know, and because I have quite large hands, I like to have quite a big mouse so that when I'm playing a game, it fits in my hand nicely. And you know what? That feels pretty good, actually. That fits my hand pretty nicely. So, and, you know, of course, the buttons feel pretty nice. The scroll wheel, you know, it's okay. And it has a DPI changer here, which I would imagine this one will work, because I imagine that a big company like Logitech will have a driver for this. But yeah, I have a feeling this is going to suit me down to the ground, you know. So there you go. I mean, you probably can't see these products in a lot of detail because I'm using a crappy webcam, but like I said earlier, it's not really for you to see everything in HD quality. It's more so that I can try to explain to you about my experiences with gaming keyboard and gaming mouses that are slightly cheaper. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed that little update of my old gaming mouse and keyboard, and a kind of unboxing of my new one. Like I said, hopefully in a few months, or after I feel that I've got enough wear out of it, I will do a review of it, or, you know, it won't be a professional review because I'm not a professional kind of guy, you know. It will just be me talking about my experiences and impressions with it. But it's a good job that I waited, because I did think about doing a review, a kind of first impressions review thing on the Sensonic mouse and keyboard. I thought about doing that after only a few months, and I'm pleased that I waited, because after a few months it would have been a pretty good review for the price. But after 5 or 6 months, when it all started to break, then it was not such a good review. So yeah, it's quite interesting. So I think I'm going to certainly wait a good period of time with this one, see how this one compares with the Sensonic. Oh damn, I just burped. See, every video. But yeah, I'm going to wait and hopefully see how it compares with the Sensonic stuff. Hopefully it will be a good experience. We will see. And thank you for watching this video. Like I said at the start of the video, don't expect too many videos on this channel. I've been playing flight sims, and I've been uploading more on my other channels, which you can find in the sidebar. One of them is called Simulated Heaven. Because I've been really into flight sims recently, I've just been uploading more videos on that channel. And because I've not been playing much kind of sandboxy games or other games really, then I've not been uploading on this channel. I hope you can understand that. This is a hobby, so unfortunately if it's a hobby, sometimes I'll upload loads of videos and sometimes I won't. So anyway, thanks for watching the rambling. I know I'm going to get loads of comments about me rambling and, you know, about why did it take you 20 minutes just to talk about mouse and keyboards, but hey, welcome to my world. See you in the next one, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.